Very happy end of tax season.
It's
Cheers.
cheers to you. I have my John Fitch coffee mug.
John Fitch. Mm.
What are you drinking?
Oops.
Chad, what are you drinking?
This is a Lagunitas, a little something something. Have
Mm-hmm.
you ever had this? Well, you don't drink beer,
No, I
so
don't drink beer, but look, I thought it said a little simping or something like that.
little
But
simping simping, little something something.
something.
7.5%. Lagunitas, they're amazing. This one, when you want to get nice and drunk, it's one of these heavy IPAs, and it's a wheat IPA. So people in the chat will probably be familiar with it. But
Mm.
it is the first one I'm drinking of the evening. And yes, it's 10 o'clock here because I really did just get done. Took a
Yeah, you did.
shower.
Yeah,
Yeah, just got
yeah.
done, took a shower, and here I am.
And here you are, and everyone else could go pound sand now if they didn't get their stuff to you in time.
Every dude, I could not believe how many people actually thought I was going to humor them both yesterday and today. It's unbelievable.
Did you even respond to emails or phone calls?
For some people, I didn't. Even current clients, I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
fuck them. I'll get back to them, either in May or whatever, and I don't care
Mm-hmm.
if they leave. But what's funny was that our favorite dentist, right? I do the
Mm-hmm.
whole family's tax returns. Not one, but two of his children contacted me today, and they're like, "Is it too late to get it done?"
Did you say yes? It is too late to get it
Yeah,
done.
I said, "Look,
Good,
sorry."
good.
They were both totally cool with it, and he did warn them. He's like, "Don't bother." He already like filed an extension for you, but they tried.
They tried. Oh well. I am shocked and amazed at just it doesn't seem to even be a correlation with intelligence or IQ or how much money people make. It's just this procrastination. I wonder what the correlation between other personality traits and psychological traits are with procrastinators. I'm very curious.
So one thing I know about you, you are not a procrastinator in any
Not a
sense of the word.
nope. I'm gonna die. I want to get it all done. Get the work done soon.
I am about 95% not a procrastinator. I'm
Mm-hmm.
similar to you. I want to get it done, but I can tell you the times I do procrastinate, it's usually a return I just really, really dread working on or don't want to work on or somebody I don't want to deal with. So I think for a lot of people, taxes are just one of those things where they'd rather just bury their head in the sand and just deal with it when it happens.
I don't understand. No, I mean I can sympathize. I guess there are asshole consulting requests I get where I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it, but I don't want to do any of them because I could be doing something else. But usually it involves having to sit down. In other words, I'm not procrastinating because I don't want to do it. It's because I got to sit down and think. I love it when I get questions where I don't have to think. Like, oh yeah, that's $45. And then I get my money. But then the one, I get, and they're enjoyable ones sometimes too, where you got like, oh geez, what does that mean? I have to sit and think, maybe do a little bit of research. But those are usually kicked down just because they take more labor and I got to have the time to sit down and figure it out.
I gotta say, I really enjoyed the one you did today that was over an hour long. Because I was doing all the last stuff I was working on today. I had that on in the background, and it was entertaining.
The PR crisis women
Yeah,
faced. Yeah, I thought it was. I mean, it is. The numbers are good in terms of subscribership, but I thought they'd be even a little bit better. But it's amazing what does well and what doesn't.
well, it's
It's
early, right? Like not everybody's had a
it
chance
is.
to.
No, no,
Yeah.
not everyone. No, I got one. I mean, it's what it was. Oh, the men are not coming back. That one's already like that's pushing 70,000 views.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was just kind of an on the fly. I'm like, yeah, they aren't coming back, and I put together that was on the off the cuff, and this one was kind of off the cuff too, but I organized it a bit. But yeah, it's still not at 10,000. So thanks, Red Hawk.
I got to check out that one you just mentioned. I don't think the men are not coming back. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of men on horseback riding off into the sunset, just as the men are not coming back. And the very, very, very short version is that you cannot just snap your fingers or flip a switch and get yourself a generation of tradesmen, contractors, not to mention reliable, self-supporting men.
Mm-hmm.
And that it's going to take a whole new generation with a whole new set of values, not to mention a pro male opinion or approach where you encourage men to work hard and do all this and to actually be men, that you are going to have the men coming. So the men that are gone are never coming back because they've been divorced, or they're just like, forget this. This is no longer a meritocratic society or economy. And the current men that younger women have, it's going to take at least 20 to 30 years of counter brainwashing and a completely different operating system and value system for them to go from essentially parasitic neats and virgins and, porn addicts to someone who hits the gym regularly. Might be a really good professional, say like a dentist,
Yeah.
like those people are not made overnight. They're made over decades of time.
And how long ago did you do that one? Was it just
Oh,
yesterday?
maybe even a month ago. That's
Oh,
a while.
really?
Yeah, go back. Just look for cowboys riding off into the sunset. You'll see it. There's not that many that I think that's the only image I got for all my videos.
You'll have to forgive me. I've been a little bit busy these past few months, so I haven't had a chance to watch many of your videos.
I know someone else who's been very busy for the past few months, and you guys are fried. You
Yeah,
guys,
yep,
yep, you guys are
yep.
fried. You're about 85% there when you leave your computer screen. I'm like, okay, yep. So
Yeah, man, I'm exhausted right now. I'm trying not to let it show, but I mean that's it. Like tomorrow, I'm probably gonna wake up at like 2 in the afternoon.
well, you
So
going to drink heavily tonight, or are you getting to bed early?
I'll probably have a beer or two here. When we wrap it up, I'll probably just check my email one last time, and then probably just sign off, and then crash for 12 hours. Because yeah, it's always, dude. It's kind of like it's like this. It
Yeah.
just suddenly stops. It's really
Well,
bizarre. It's
did
an
we talk
adjustment.
about how you almost go through a
Yeah.
little bit of a depression
Yes.
because it's go, 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 and then there's nothing?
Yeah, and it takes this weird toll on your body because and I've gotten used to it by now.
Mm,
Like your stress, your cortisol, whatever you want to call it, your adrenaline, it's high, 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 like for
mm,
so long. And then you can't just turn that off. There's a little bit of an adjustment.
mm,
And I've had younger guys doing this ask me about that. They're like, why do I feel so revved up? It's been a week. Why
mm.
can't I go to sleep? What's wrong with me? I'm like, just give it time, man. Self-care. By the time
We're
May rolls around, you'll be fine.
we're going on vacation in 2 days, and we're not doing anything. Like, so I'm playing catch up on all the work. The GF is
Mhm.
doing all what minor cleanup work has to be done, and then we're going to sit in rainy Salem.
So la
Yay,
so
rainy
lame is the
Salem. Yeah.
nickname for
Oh, is that what it
Salem.
is? So
So
lame.
lame. My sister used to work there. Yeah, and it is pretty lame. I'm
I
sorry.
don't know. I like Salem is an all right town. Have you ever been there?
Mhm. Yeah, Eugene, Salem. I mean, you obviously are glad you're not going to be in the city of Portland, so at least
Right.
it's not that.
Hey,
But
you hear they're shutting down REI? REI shutting down
yeah,
there. Yeah,
I was
because
reading
of
about
theft.
that.
They
Yeah.
didn't even beat around the bush because of theft.
I mean, it's
Oh
still in the
man.
news about the Walmarts in this place that are just going kaput.
I
It's-
I love Democrats and Democrat towns. They're so smart. I can't wait. They're going to get their communism. They are. And now there's good. You don't even have shelves because that would imply the store is open. So their shelves can't even be empty. You won't even have a building or a warehouse to have the empty shelves at. That's how good American communism is. I want to congratulate all the Portlanders over there.
I know you're not big on like watching the news and all that, but did you see what some rowdy teenagers were doing down in the Loop in
I
downtown
sent you the
Chicago over
link to that.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you did send me that link, yeah.
Not to defend rowdy youth, but the video that I did see, I don't know, looked like just a bunch of kids running around from the beach. Were they
Uh,
not? No.
you didn't see some stuff.
Oh,
They
okay.
outright attacked some innocent lady, probably in like her late 30s or something, just trying to get into her building. They
Oh,
attacked her
was she a
so
Democrat?
bad.
Did she vote
Oh
Democrat?
yeah. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
well then, oh
Oh
well,
yeah.
well,
Yeah.
okay. Gee,
And of course, our mayor is just kind of like, well, I don't condone it, but hey, teenagers are going to teenage, and
right.
we have to support. The reason they're doing this is because there's not programs for. I'm like,
Yeah,
shut
yeah,
up, you
like
fat
yeah,
fuck.
well, he does not understand the concept of fathers because he himself is a bastard, and so I mean, literally, and so the idea of having fathers around to regulate the children and train them is lost on him.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people here. It's funny because all these people who, frankly, do not see things the same way you and I do. I think they're starting to understand
It's
what
too
they've
late.
done.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
No, no. I a sincere fuck off and die to you people. I hope your property values go down. I hope you get all the crime in the world that me and Chad and other reasonable people have been trying to warn you about. I
Mhm.
hope you don't get to shop on the Michigan Mile. I hope you got more traffic. I hope your taxes go up. I hope you actually pay through your personal life and your finances this little socialist utopia that you voted because you want to be popular. Oh, and by the way, fuck all of you for calling me all these names when I was simply trying to get a country or a city or municipality to run normally and be in everyone's best interest. I fuck off and die, you assholes.
Well, at least you don't that picture or that video you did, was that a Minneapolis, like, light rail? What was that? Where somebody
Yeah,
crap
there's a new choo-choo train. Now, unfortunately, the story deepens. So that presumably is the light rail between downtown Minneapolis and the airport,
Mhm.
which almost makes some sense. And then it continues onto the Mall of America. So I'm like,
Of course.
well, no, that kind of does make sense. Like that, those are two major areas. I'm like, so I could kind of see it still wasn't cost effective, but neither here nor there. And this is almost 10, 15 years ago. They had to get their little choo-choo train, and it was billions of dollars. They absolutely had to get it. And now, and it was, Minneapolis prides itself on being just the most wonderful Scandinavian white people ever. And everything's perfect here. Well, and now it's not, it's like, well, how long is that going to take to have crime? It lasted a bit, but people weren't paying. Now there's crime on it. And I was just waiting for the day for there to be human feces. And so someone sent that picture, said, hey, look what's on the light rail. And I thought those was the first kind
Mhm.
of public poop. And already I have a former bus driver in Minneapolis saying that's not the first time. It's been going on for years. A colleague of mine, Mitch Berg, who has his own podcast, he says, no, I broke that story 5 years ago. So apparently Minneapolis is much more progressive than we thought in having adult Democrats poop in public. So, but that is on the light rail, which is kind of good because that's their little poster child of Minneapolis socialism.
We see that on the Chicago L here constantly. I mean, if you're gonna take that to the airport, you usually have to change cars as soon as you get
Mm.
on because it smells like literal shit and
Oh yeah,
cigarette
I
smoke.
remember even 20 years ago, like 24 years ago when I lived there, the urine smell was
Oof.
kind of common. Yeah, yeah.
Had a cop client, another one that I like very much, and I
Mhm.
had him over here on Saturday, and he can't retire just yet, but man, he says morale amongst the guys on the
Oh, I'm
force
sure.
are
I'm
just
sure.
the guys and gals, to be
Mhm.
fair, on the force are just it's in the toilet. I think this place is finished. I think it's Detroit or gonna become Detroit.
Yeah, yeah, no, the cops are not gonna aggressively enforce any kind of laws unless like their lives are at stake. I don't blame them. Look, the the cops. You have a city that hates cops. Fuck you, people.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
have fun. Have fun dealing with I mean, you guys get to deal with each other now, and the cops are just gonna kind of like back off unless it's like an actual murder or something. They're not gonna put their lives or their career at risk. So, and I mean, can you guys even get new cops to apply? I imagine the percentage of cops that are going to stay employed there's only going to go down as people retire out and leave.
Down, down, down. And these are young guys. They're telling me, I'm not gonna meet a lot of them are gonna leave before they even get to their pension because some of them are
Right,
just
they
like,
have
this is
to.
they
Yeah,
have to,
yeah,
yeah,
you
like
have
it's
to. Yeah,
self-preservation at this
yeah,
point.
yeah. No,
So,
but
yeah.
that I can't think of a better group of people except maybe Minneapolis that deserves the policy they voted in on themselves. And I hope you prestigious little rich bitches on the north side there who just thought you knew everything because you got your sociology degree over at Loyola. I cannot wait for you guys to pay. Absolutely. And just so you know, not in terms of violence, but just like loss of economic opportunity, higher taxes. You're not going to have I mean, can you imagine when Wrigleyville shuts down? You don't have no bars or nightclubs or restaurants to go to. That's going to be great. It's going to be great. So,
Like, economically, man, if Wrigleyville starts getting affected, I think that would sort of be the last frontier. Because if you fuck with the Cubs and all that bullshit that goes into that, I think that's when people are gonna be like, we have a serious
We
problem.
better vote
Yeah.
for a center leftist, not a
Yeah.
Marxist. Yeah.
What's sad is that the guy who lost might have actually at least done
No,
some good
he
things.
wouldn't have.
I
He
mean,
wouldn't have done
you
any.
don't.
Was there a D in front of his name?
Yeah, but it's because if he had an R in front of it, it would have been a non-starter.
But
So
he
he had to
wasn't
be.
Republican.
He certainly wasn't Republican,
Okay.
but you know.
What was he going to do? Only give the welfare class 98% of what they wanted compared to this guy? What? He was only going to ban 73% of the cops? What was his moderate platform?
All I can tell you is that all my cop clients, all of them, including my firefighters, even one
Right.
like all of them said we really wanted Vallis was his name. We really wanted Vallis to win.
Well,
Like
you
he
don't
was
got
the
Vallis, so I think you all should leave now.
they're stuck.
Well,
Um,
oh well.
but yeah, so anyway, I am done with this shit, and we'll get to super chats. Well, actually, let me ask you this: did you go on a
Yeah.
hike or anything today?
We did go on a hike today. Yeah,
Yeah,
we drove out to the west side by the Red Rock area, and
nice
there's the Red Rock National Monument, not National Park, National Monument.
monument.
The
Okay.
difference is I don't know what, but I bought my National Parks pass. I could normally get in there, but under Trump, to be fair, he made it so that the management of the parks is now privatized, and now you need to have a reservation, and you need to pay for the reservation, and then pay for the park entry. And now it is always booked solid, and you can't go. And so there are other trails, and we went to one of these other trails that is not part of the national monument. It's called Cowboy Trail Canyon, Cowboy Canyon. So we hiked, saw a rattlesnake, little one, and went on a very windy hike until we got into the canyon itself, and then the wind went away. But it was a good hike. Good hike. Yeah.
Nice. Uh, well, all I can tell you, man, is this is always that weird in between time where I in normal years, and we're finally back to a normal year. It's kind of like, man, I'm just not going to do shit for a little while,
I was
and
gonna ask, you just gonna do nothing for a week? Like,
at least a couple of weeks. My rule is nothing until May. You know, nothing until
no
May.
work, right? But I mean nothing, period. Like even leave your apartment building.
No, oh, guys, I like to go to the gym. You know, I like to
Right.
get out. I'm going to socialize tomorrow night, and you can make fun of me. Yes, I'm going to watch some sports ball, but it's with a group of several people in my favorite bar. So,
That's fine. That is
yeah,
merely the excuse to get together. You're hanging out with
yes, I'm
friends.
hanging
The
out with
sports
friends.
bar the sports ball will happen to be playing in the background.
Correct. So,
Mm.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to catch up with socializing. I'm going to sleep a shit ton, keep going to the gym. Thursday is April 20th. I don't think I need to tell you what 420 is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. All right.
Some people are mentioning that in the chat. So, but yeah, but I'll be. How long are you going to be up there in the Pacific Northwest?
Only for 4 days. Then we come
Mm,
back, and then then I fly out to Miami to go on Fresh and Fit's show, Fresh and
when?
Fit, May 1st, but doing Monday.
Okay.
And then I am back. Then I fly out to Athens graduation. Then it's off to South Dakota.
Got to tell you, I'm really now that I'm finally done with this. I know I was like wishy-washy on thinking about it and planning it. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, it's gonna
Going
be
to that.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm super excited
I
about
mean, minus the fact Athens going to be there, but it should be fun anyway.
it.
Be fun regardless. That's
Oh, I can't wait for that. To me, so that'll be like my actual vacation. You know, the rest is just like sort of calming down, you know,
Mm.
visiting people, all that stuff. But,
I don't want to go to the actual graduation, right? You don't want to go to the do we want to go to the graduation?
I'll be around for it. I was gonna just do whatever you and Atham wanted to do. Well, Atham obviously has to go, but I mean,
Yeah, I know. I'm well, see, is he even doing the graduation ceremony? I guess we should ask him.
I know
Because
it's on.
I didn't do my graduation ceremony. Maybe he doesn't want to do it, but if he's doing it, I guess we got to go see him.
I was just gonna follow his lead on that. I mean, I'll be there for the same amount of time you're gonna be there, so whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
if they do it alphabetically, we could get in.
We
No,
can leave.
I don't want to see Herman Ziegelworf get his degree 5 hours later. I want to see Atham Eldecua, 2 A's. Look how good that is. Like we
Well,
got to be close. We got to be to the beginning.
Well, I meant to tell you, there's one more friend I have that's graduating from there. His name is Zinedine Zidane, and
Oh, good. Yeah, I'll pick you
yeah,
up afterwards.
heck of a
That's
soccer player. So, all right. Well, let's get some super chats here, and then I wanted to briefly touch on something. Oh, go ahead.
accounting. What? Well, that's what I was going to ask if you had an accounting
Yeah, what I'm gonna
experience.
do is, I don't know if you remember this. I think you were on when I did this one. I had several predictions back in January how I thought tax season would go, and I have them right in
And you
front of
have them
me.
right there. Okay,
And
well,
I'm
let's
gonna
do the
go
super
through them, and
chats.
I'm gonna tell you,
Okay.
I nailed most of them, but there were some I didn't get right.
Okay,
So
a couple swing and misses.
swing and a miss. Ray John, you can suck these nuts. Um,
Good old Ray John.
Shout out to Red Hawk in the chat. Ox Oxnade, I know we're in the same profession, so congrats on being done with this shit. Oh, look what Ray John did.
1.1 Canadian bucks. That's nice of him.
What's that, a dollar?
See, I don't know what happened. All the Canadian money now is 2.2, 1.1.
Is
So
it?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they're donating in US dollars and then it adjusts to Canadian or what. Or maybe there's just really nice Canadians like we ought to throw in an extra 20 cents because the exchange rate has dropped. But I think it's something automatic.
Well, thank you, Ray John. He doesn't have a message outside of that. Yeah, Oxnade, I got a few more emails that were basically like, hey, I know it's late, but I haven't, same shit. I don't know what's wrong with people.
Right
Really, what
there,
is
right
wrong with
there.
people? Yeah,
All
that's
you
what I
people,
did.
right there. Wholesome DJ Aftershock for $5. Congrats on the fine teens and youth of Chicago causing havoc in downtown. Hopefully they take the red line into the north side to cause more. I think they need to go all the way up to Winnetka.
Yes.
I think they need to go to Schaumburg and Winnetka and all those other red suburbs.
Go to the Home Alone house, which has become a tourist attraction. And why don't you go bother all those Karens who are voting this crap in? You know, these minivan driving soccer moms who are never affected by this.
Yep. A nonstop trade, $2. Chad's victory is his engagement ring to the GF. Hashtag real man. He's going to be funny when he gets engaged. I'm going to give him hell.
Well, remember, I've met Dre, so you
Yeah.
know, Dre, you never say never, but that ain't ever gonna happen. So
My truth, $2. That's right. Cappy, man up and marry GF already. No, you don't know how this works. You don't know how this works, my truth.
I remember I asked you about this, I think it was 5 or 6 years ago. When I knew you well, but not like super well, and I was like, "Well, why don't you just marry the GF?" And I remember the expression you had. You remember what you said to me?
I can't remember. Like,
"If it ain't broke, don't fix it."
yeah, well, that's true. People at the
Yeah.
cigar lounge asking, and said, "Well, why don't you get married?" And I said, "Because I want to have sex." And then, like, all the guys laughed, and all the women were pissed. They were all
Yeah.
pissed. Yeah, they were. I mean, it's just like, well, you wouldn't be pissed and you wouldn't be laughing if it wasn't true. So, it's I
Surprised
can't
you were
help it.
that.
I can't help it. The institution has been so destroyed. I just can't help it. It's not my fault. So
I'm surprised there were so many women even at the cigar lounge, enough to
there's
be
actually some
offended.
pretty cool gals there.
Yeah.
There's some gals that show up. Yeah.
You go there every day or just every few days out of
Every few
curiosity?
days, yeah, I
Few
play
days, yeah.
poker,
Mhm.
but not every day. But there's a lot of hiking to do, a lot of motorcycle riding, a lot of fun there. So
Man, I might have to visit you to do some hiking before you head back to South Dakota.
you could go up to South Dakota and go hiking. The flight is shorter,
Plus great ones there. Yeah,
and the
good
great
point.
one's there. Besides, you and the tornado chasing kid like the great one more than me anyway.
Oh, well, I really
Yeah.
like his man, his podcasts, like, my morale was a little low the other night just because I was pissed
Mhm.
at the work and some other things. I listened to the one he did about some guy some red pill guy that got depressed. Oh my god, it was
No,
funny.
I gotta. Did you tune
Ugh.
into the one where he talks about his buddy who was on his third marriage? Are you there, Chad? Hello, Chad. You're muted.
Sorry, we're good. Will you repeat that? I had a
I
issue.
said, did you hear the one where he talks about his buddy who's going on his third marriage now?
Yes.
And his wife bought like
First
$500 worth of clothes.
scrubs.
Yeah,
She
scrubs.
hadn't been paid in like 2 months, and she
7,
blows.
yeah, yeah.
I heard that while I was running, and I seriously was, like, out of breath. I can't listen to the great one when I'm running because I laugh and that like
Yeah.
fucks with my run. When I'm lifting, it's fine, but when I'm running, it's just too funny.
Sinlibsoc.com, Cynical
Yeah,
Libertarian Society, sinlibsoc.com. You could tune in.
he hasn't been doing as many of them lately. I hope he's all right. He's probably just busy.
He's just busy. He's doing great one stuff. Red Hawk, $5. I did have a girl do something nice for me recently, but she's Christian and was homeschooled, so it doesn't count. Does not count. Does not count, Red Hawk.
So I did listen to your video on that the other
Mhm,
day.
mhm.
I don't know. I feel like it should count because it means that they were brought up correctly. So, you know,
Fair. Okay. I'll grant. But if you're Mormon or Quaker or Mennonite, no, that's not normal mainstream. I'll
yeah.
grant you. Okay, you're right. You're right. But and it is true. There are girls like your GF does good, nice things for you. My GF definitely does nice things for me. But it's the exception, not the rule. And
Hmm.
so, but yeah, thank you, Red Hawk. That
Thanks,
now
Red
adds
Hawk.
up. That adds up to 5 nice things recorded now the girls have done for men, and about a trillion bad ones that we could all recant and recall for every one of those.
I found some time to go to the gym earlier tonight, and I was listening to Red Hawk. He was on Come On Man Paul's
Oh yeah, Paul's
podcast.
show. Sure,
It was
sure.
really good. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Um,
I retweeted that one, so hopefully they got some traffic. Hand clogs 420. Say no to drugs.
420. Hat and clogs, you don't have to answer this because, well, actually, you're anonymous. I'd be curious if you celebrate 420 like
What do you
some.
think?
I
What do
don't
you
know. I never
think?
met the guy.
I'm pretty sure he does. Pretty
Well,
sure he
you've met
does.
him.
Yep. My truth, $10. I call it productivity flight, like capital flight. The sub 10 and 9s will abandon ship to emerging non-welfare state countries, maybe even have a family and add to the economy and better said society. And better said society thoughts, huh?
Thoughts? Productivity, capital flight.
He's
My
talking
tr-
about guys going overseas, like the George Gammons or
oh,
the Jason Hartmans or
yeah,
yourselves and mines, even Atham. Yes, generally productive men will go overseas if for any other reason, the taxation or the sanity. But that passport bros is a bigger thing than I thought.
yeah,
That's not just a hashtag or something trending on Twitter. That is, I don't want to call it a movement, and it is not relegated to the brothers. I
yes,
know that's the most cited example, but that is happening, and that's what it is. It's called brain drain or capital flight or white flight or what was the other one? There's brain drain, capital flight, white flight's a variation of that Americans are more familiar with.
um,
Productivity flight is the other thing, but yeah, I guess you could call it traditionalism flight or something. But guys want nice girls. So I go shock and they go overseas to get it.
So by the way, I'm gonna resume doing the Elkins accounting hours, the regular ones, not these tax season rants of the day, because tax
Okay, all
season's
right.
over. And I was actually thinking of doing a show on how many people are giving up their citizenship these days because of tax related issues.
Okay,
Dude, it has exploded in the
all right,
last five
good. No,
years. It's
no,
really something. You think that'd be interesting? Or
it would, but I'd also cite that now 51% of Americans don't pay income tax.
is that right?
Yep, it's over
Hmm.
half now. So I don't know how much. Isn't it interesting? The more and more the Democrats get, the higher and higher percentage of the little socialist utopia they get, the more and more miserable and pissed off they are. I just want to point it out for even the Democrats' sake. Like, look at San Francisco, look at Detroit,
Yeah.
look at Minneapolis. They're not doing well. But,
No.
I don't know. You could sit down and think a little bit and avoid that being your outcome in life. And some people do. But it's still not a majority of people in Chicago, obviously.
Yeah.
Nonstop trade $2. 2033. Atham gets 2 PhDs and Chad still lives in Chicago. That's where my money is, Dre. Yes. Yeah. Notice I didn't even ask Chad if he's moving or making plans to move. I just assume not. I just
You
assume
know
you
what,
and our
Dre? Let
firefighter
me
buddy and our dentist buddy are all going to stay there.
quick pause. Claire, you're gonna be so jealous because next week, guess who all's getting together just to hang out?
Our cop buddy?
Cop buddy, dentist, firefighter, among some
Firefighter?
others. You met
No
another
kidding.
guy. I won't say his name, but you met him one time
Yeah,
during
yeah,
COVID.
he's named after a Bible figure, a
Yes,
Bible chapter, yeah.
we're all getting together next week,
Are
my
you going to the
friend.
speakeasy? The makeshift
Uh,
speakeasy?
no, we had to do that
Oh,
during COVID. I don't know where we're gonna go, but man, this is what I was just telling you a few minutes ago. I'm so excited to be doing these things again. Like
boy.
we haven't all gotten together in so long, and it's gonna be
Yeah, so
fun
it's almost like moot that you guys live in that town together because you could all fly meet in South Dakota or Vegas all the time too.
all the time.
All the time. Nonstop trade $2. You hate
Why you
what
hate
is it?
trains?
Why you hate train? That's a train?
Yeah, that's a train.
Why you hate trains? It's no fun if homies can't have some.
Uh,
Trains.
Trains. Dre, you live in the DFW area. There's the only train that exists is the one that both Clary and I have taken to and from the airport.
Which
Beyond
has no
that,
poop on it. That has no poop on
no,
it.
it's
Yeah.
actually the cleanest train I've
Very
ever
nice
been
train.
on.
Very nice train.
Mm,
Uh, I, I don't hate the trains. I love trains. I actually do like public transportation. I just draw the line at fecal material and urine in them. Like
yeah.
the buses here in Vegas, people are pooping and crapping in the buses in Vegas.
Do
You
people
know,
ride the bus in Vegas?
yeah, yeah, not a
And
lot, but some. There's enough people that do. It's on a hot day, it kind of sucks, but I don't know. I kind of find it fun. Like you got to figure it out.
yeah,
You're like, oh, this is the hookup, this is the transfer, and you wait on, you try and find some shade, or you stand at a bus stop. You just keep an eye out on some weirder looking people, make sure nothing bad happens. But yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, I'm not taking the bus probably at 2 or 3 a.m. when
fuck
bars let
no.
out, but when I go, it's relatively safe.
Does Rapid City even have public transportation or
They got this shuttle thing. Yeah, I guess it is sort of. But I don't think it runs out to the airport, which kind of pisses me off because you know how hard it is to get a ride to the airport in Rapid City.
40
So,
bucks?
1,000 subscribers for $40. So, yeah, I have hitchhiked to the airport before.
Oh, that was a great
That
story.
was good times, good times. And then, yeah, so it's called Rapid Share. Maybe they got a route up, but I've never
Share.
seen. Yeah, hey, don't mock it. Well, you guys got poop and feces and urine in your
Yeah,
buses.
but I've been to
Rapid should,
downtown Rapid City. Like
yeah,
no one goes there, do they? To downtown Rapid City? I mean,
yeah, tourist season they do. Yeah, there's some restaurants and wine bars and there's a theater. I mean, it's not
I love
State
the
Street.
cigar lounge. Love the
The
cigar
cigar
lounge,
lounge
man.
is wonderful.
I
Yeah.
will forever associate it with unfortunately meeting DT, but I really like
What's wrong
meeting.
with DT? I thought you liked DT.
I do. I miss him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's kind of,
You know what? You guys are two separate human beings and you can hang out. Oh, wait, that would require him to leave the house and go have fun. So, yeah, you're never going to see him again.
right. Speaking of 1,000 subscribers or whatever,
Mhm.
I'm up to I have 1,997 subscribers, and I'm
Three
just like, if I
more.
can get to 2,000 by the end of tax season, I'll
That'd be
feel pretty.
2,000 more than DT's got. That's
He's pretty active on Rumble, from what I
mm,
understand.
good. Good.
Parker, good to see you, guys. This is your EA zero, patient zero for EAs, and he says he's willing to answer questions. So if you have any questions about getting your EA, talk to Parker.
Not tonight. I got to go to bed. I already took my sleepy pills and my sleepy tea.
Oh, I
I'm
didn't
in my
mean,
pajamas. You see my pajamas on?
Clary, I'm probably gonna pass out before you are. I'm so tired right now. This is not gonna be a long stream.
Hey, don't give me your look. I know everyone thinks that you accountants in tax season and you guys are all really busy. Let me tell you, man, I slept till about 8, got
You
out of
do
bed at 9 with coffee,
you do
and
get
then
up early.
I did a hike, okay, and then I yelled at the internet for a little bit and I answered some questions. And then I trimmed some trees and I what else did I do? I threw away the recycling. And this is a pretty burdensome day here. All right.
Any scorpions surface?
No. Although Mister, Johnny Come Lately, I made all the scorpions for the nieces and
Yeah,
nephews,
yeah.
and I'm like, I put away all the stuff that epoxy stuff is all gluey and gross and nasty, and he's like, "Well, I want one." I'm like, "No, you're not getting one this year. Like maybe next year." Like, had I known, I had the setup. I had an assembly line going. I would have made one more, but he's got to wait till next year.
Should send one to Jack Napier as a surprise.
He didn't
Um,
want a scorpion. I asked him. He's got the Black Widow, but he doesn't want a scorpion.
Shout out to TJ. TJ, it was an honor to do your taxes this year and hope to hang out soon.
Soon. Parker Franklin, $2. Glad the season is over.
Me too, man. Me too. And Parker, when I get a chance, let's chat. Just give me some time. I need to rest.
Luis M. $2. Second tax season as CPA. Want to be like Chad soon.
Soon.
He's got his CPA.
He does. And actually, Claire, the very first show I did on my channel with you and Atham in person in Rapid City, I remember Luis
where we had
there.
the luchador masks. Yeah.
Yes, I was wearing this shirt. But yeah, Luis was there. So thanks for coming back, man. And congrats on being done with tax season. This wasn't as bad as previous years, but I'm glad it's over.
Wholesome DJ Aftershock, $2. Not even Winnetka. Drive all the way to Glencoe.
Glencoe.
But they don't vote Democrat in Glencoe, I assume, right?
Glencoe is still kind of mixed, we'll say, but it's not as bad as Winnetka. So
all right. No, they should all go out to Winnetka and Edina. Everyone should go out there. Man, I'm wondering, how cool would it be? I got an idea. What if I were to get a bus and load up people straight out of prison and just dump them off downtown Edina when they get out of prison? Wouldn't that be great?
That would be so. I would have problems.
Would you have handling the limbs?
Serious.
Oh, that'd be so wonderful.
Hat and clogs.
Hat and clogs, $2. No, but I sell drugs.
You don't do drugs. You sell them. Craig motherfucking Davis. This is one of my clients. He was part of the police force, and he tells me he tells me how it is around here.
Yeah,
and it ain't good amongst them.
I would ask you to leave, but that you already know my position. So.
Yeah, Craig, thanks for coming on. Craig was one of my. Well, it's just good to see you, Craig.
Craig Davis, $5. Chad Elkins, best CPA ever. Hope you don't mind, but I may have found you another client today. I was singing your praises to him earlier.
Well, thanks, Craig. Craig, you never have to donate super chats here. I mean, I appreciate it, but dude,
when I'm on the show, yeah, he does have to donate super chats. Absolutely.
Clary, if you ever met Craig, you guys would love it. He rides a bike, like you guys would get along so well.
Well, he's a cop, awesome. Right?
Yeah.
Generally, I like cops. Yeah.
Craig, thanks for hanging, man. Oops. Yeah, Red Hawk, the country is fucked.
My truth, $2. You draw a line at poop and
I don't know what that. I can't see what that is.
Come on, Cappy, have a little red candy bar. These emojis don't work. Truth. Drop the extra $2 and just tell us, use words.
Well, thank you, my truth.
Al Cortez, $10 generous. Just saw that the average teacher in Los Angeles will be making $100,000 a year by 2025. They got a 21% raise. Those terrible teachers shouldn't be making that much. As a CPA, I better be making $200,000 by then. In their defense, they do live in LA, which is incredibly expensive. So it is like making $50,000 a year.
They can't afford. God.
No, the schools can't afford that, but you're talking California.
Jeez.
What were you expecting? Why am I so calm and reserved and accepting of this? Yeah, that's what it costs to live in Los Angeles.
I think you are enjoying the decline is the only thing I can think of.
I went for a hike today. I have coffee every morning, and then I get to go to my house in May. And and then I'm happy because my nieces and nephews, we got a report back from one set. They love the scorpions. They sent pictures of the scorpions. They love them. They absolutely love them. So.
It's obviously too late for this. I was going to see if you could do one for my nephew, but don't worry about it. You guys are leaving.
No, well, maybe I'll get him a black widow. If you want, does he want a black widow? Oh, wolf spiders. Occasionally I see giant wolf spiders.
If you're able
huge.
To, yeah. I'd make that worth your while. He would.
I had to kill two of them before the girlfriend saw them and dispose of the bodies, because if she saw that, she would not want to be at that house. Yeah, I'm not joking. This big dude.
Wolf spiders are scary. I've seen wolf spiders.
Harmless though. Harmless, but
they do look scary.
Yeah.
TJ, thanks for the compliment, man. Hit me up anytime. Seriously. Oh, Clary.
Oh, Mr. Texas's future wife here. All right, Mariah West for $5. Hi, boys. Tell Mr. Texas that our love must be denied. Oh, Mr. Texas is gonna have his heart broken.
Oh, he's gonna be
I fortunately,
so.
unfortunately, have a boyfriend. Well, look at her. I hope he's STEM major and all that, but she's a nice gal. She's cute too.
She's very cute. You know what? Mr. Texas will just have to find a way to get past it, but I will
I'm sure
inform
he'll be
him.
okay.
And this is another CPA. Please read this one for me, Clary.
EAC for $5. Any post-tax season plans to go to Hawaii, Kona, and hold up and meet up in Honolulu? Can it be tax deductible under your Schedule C YouTube
No.
business? No. If there's a conference.
You know what? First of all, I do this as part of my LLC, which means it's part of my S corp. So no Schedule C for me. It is tax related.
Correct.
I do have plans to go to Kona again. I don't know if we're going to make it to Honolulu, because if I have a free place to stay in Kona, it's going to be a hard press for me to go to Honolulu. Honestly, Clary, I know you have no interest in going to Hawaii, but if you and the GF ever want to, just to say you were there, you have a free place to stay. I know that's a big thing.
I will. The chances are very high this July I will be going to Asia. I know I said I was going to do it this year or this winter, but time got away from me. But I am not doing no 14-hour flight. I'll stop in Hawaii. I'll take a look at the place, because I know I appreciate the free lodging, and maybe I'll stay a day or two just to look at Hawaii. But I have a feeling you and your sister don't know much about house maintenance, and so I'm going to go there and take a look.
Clary, my brother-in-law does. He is
he does.
He has been the dude's worth.
Oh, good.
Okay. Yeah, he's doing all that shit. Yeah.
All right.
Fixed the plumbing a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So, all right. My truth, they were syringes, apparently. Neither of us are doing the whole jab thing. So, all right, we're caught up. Clary, I'm going to do these fast because I think you want to go to bed, and I'm honestly pretty tired myself. So, okay. My predictions from 3.5 months ago were as follows, okay? Number one, client refunds were going to be a lot smaller than they usually are, including for my clients, and people weren't happy about it. This one came true. And I'm not going to go into why, but the COVID years, there were a lot of anomalies with child tax credits, all that shit.
That went away.
Yeah, they were smaller, and it got really annoying trying to explain to them that no two tax years are the same, and the COVID years are especially different, and that you shouldn't be happy when you get big refunds. So yes, I was correct on that one. Number two, some companies and firms may inadvertently issue people the 1099-K forms for those $600 payments that they were putting off until 2023. Yes, this happened. And people would I warned people that to check, because I knew this was going to happen. Of course, they were like, oh, I didn't get anything, let's go ahead and file. And then just even a couple of weeks ago, oh, I got this 1099-K. What do I do? We got to do an amendment. I told them to fucking check, and they didn't check. So I nailed that one too.
Where should they check? PayPal? Who was sending out credit cards?
It was mostly PayPal, but there were other merchants like credit cards and everything. PayPal was pretty bad with this. In fact, Clary, just make sure you're fine, but always check PayPal whenever you think you're getting a 1099.
I'll check.
Yeah.
No, I'll double check.
You're fine, because you have the same thing I do, an LLC. I'm talking about non-corporate people. Number three, tax refunds from the IRS will be arriving more quickly for people than the last couple of years. This one came true, very, very, very true. Because they finally got some money. Even though I want to defund the IRS, they actually are operating a little bit better now that Uncle Brandon got them some money. So that did help.
So you aren't really for defunding the IRS?
We've
been all about them getting the right computer system just to process the damn tax returns.
I'm for that. And you know what? If it helps people get their refunds faster, I am for that. What I'm not for is them increasing audits on your average small business instead of the huge corporations, which they obviously won't go near. So that was my issue.
All right.
But yeah, so people did get their refunds faster. Number four, there's going to be a huge amount of capital losses for people in 2022, including my clients. Clary, what do you think happened with this?
Crypto, bro.
Yes.
Crypto.
Yes. So people who were not into crypto, this kind of didn't come true. The market still did generally well for a lot of people in stocks and equities in 2022. Crypto bros, dude, my crypto bros cratered. everybody just fell in love with, I guess, Doge, and Bitcoin didn't do too well.
Yeah. Some of it rallied, though, if I recall correctly. Some of this is backups if they just held.
But that's 2023.
Oh,
That's the
but you're not
problem.
marking a market, are you? You have to sell it in order to have a capital loss, right?
But with human emotion, people see that it wasn't all Bitcoin, it was other things. It was like
Sure,
other,
sure.
like it kept going down and down and down and down. And some people were like, this is just going to keep going down. And they sold off because they
Mm.
freaked out. And now it's even, and this includes Bitcoin. Now it's going, I guess, back up a little bit. I don't
Back
know if
up
you
some,
own
yeah.
any, but
No, I think it's up to 30,000. Yeah.
so it is going back up. So these guys, Frank, and it's younger guys, surprise, surprise, not trying to knock y'all, but you are a little too emotional about this stuff. Like they really screwed themselves by selling too quickly.
Mm.
So I was wrong that stocks went down, but yeah, crypto didn't do so
You
well.
were correct on your capital loss predictions.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Okay. Number 6, the IRS is going to continue to be a complete dumpster fire as getting through to them on the phone or handling mail correspondence. Clary?
Oh, that was true. I can't imagine that you called, or did you even have a reason to call the IRS?
Couple of times, but I didn't get through to anybody.
Okay, right. All right. So that's the same. All right.
EAC, if you're still here, will you tell me if you ever tried to call the IRS, and if so, how did it go? I'm just curious. So it didn't work well for me at all.
Hmm.
Number 7, I'm going to be getting a lot more emails from prospective clients seeking a tax professional than I have in previous years. Did that come true, Clary?
I would presume not more. You had about the same.
More.
More. Okay. You were correct
More.
on that one, too. All right.
Because too many boomers closed up shop, like even more so right after the COVID years. They were just like my dad did this a few years earlier, but the same way. He's like, we're done. We don't need any
Yeah.
more of this bullshit.
Right.
So
Right.
that actually came true. And again,
He
I'm going to go ahead.
he does like Democrats, though, and Democrat regulation, right? He likes that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just one. People vote for certain people to get elected in Chicago. Oh my God, the crime. Some people vote for Democrats. Oh my God, the regulation. I'm just wondering.
I'm not happy about it either, dude. So he says that you almost always right. Yeah, man, even still trying to get through to them, it ain't gonna happen. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. So that didn't happen to me. We have like a secret line. The times I tried it in February and March, it didn't work, but maybe it's getting better now. So but yeah, I got a lot more emails for people needing accountants, and I just referred them away for kickbacks. So I was right on that. Number 8, I'm going to get a lot more flack as usual from clients this year regarding my personal document submission deadline and my preparation fees. Clary?
Yes, that came true.
Oh, yes.
Easily, yes.
Oh, my God. This one was obvious, but yeah. I had to be a lot less of a nice guy this year, which I think you would have been proud of me. So you rubbed off. Number
Good.
9. Yeah. Number 9, I'm not going to be scheduling live streams during busy season like I've been doing. This one did not come true. I still did my rants. By the way, Clary, now that we're done with this, thank you for being willing to come on and do these with me. It was
I
nice.
love getting half of
Yeah.
your super chats. It was really hard to do that, but I love getting half the money that people. It's just getting my money back as far as I'm concerned. All those times you took my super chats.
We got a $200 one last week.
It was
so that's
great.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Doc.
I'm still waiting. If you're listening to this, Jacob, I'm still waiting to hear from you. So email me. All right. Number 10. Aaron Clary is not going to be my first client to have his taxes filed for 2022. Was this true or false?
That was true. Yeah, because you got some fast ones in there.
Yeah. It's not your fault, but let me ask you this. Quarterly taxes are due June 15th. When are you going to pay those?
For second quarter? April 19th tomorrow, but it's on my to-do list before I fly out, so I don't have to worry about it. But I'm not paying anywhere near as much. Not anywhere near as much because one, I overpaid, and I also have solar panel batteries installed, of which I get another. So I'm not gonna pay too much. I'm gonna scale it down a little bit.
I'm just gonna float this out there for you.
Mm-hmm.
What if I promise, meaning you can just forget about this? What if I promise to remind you in early June to submit it? What if?
But okay, then what do I do on the third quarter?
I'll
And
promise to remind you in early. I just
what is the total amount of money with lost interest I'm losing paying these taxes? A couple $100, maybe,
this isn't a
maybe.
money. If it's not a money thing for me, it's the principle. Don't give these
I'm
fuckers your money
getting a
earlier
look
than you
from the
have.
GF right now. The GF completely agrees with you, by the way.
Just
She,
listen to your accountants, Clary. Don't pay them earlier than you have to. I'm serious.
all right, what is the here?
Please, we're
I
here for you.
will give you a chance here, Mr.
Please,
Elkins.
please, please.
I want you to do a not super detailed, just a clear and detailed enough cost benefit breakdown of me with modern inflation and interest rates that I could get just leaving it in the bank. All right. You show me how much it's going to cost me in today's dollars. Okay. Which is this day's dollars, because we're talking a quarter. All right. So you get to go to the Federal Reserve, get the CPI, forecast 3 months inflation out. You do that for me and tell me in today's dollars what the net present value of me holding off for 3 months is. And if it's good enough, and I will go ahead and do it if the cost benefit is good enough.
The only thing I can tell you is that the highest savings account interest rate that I found. I'm not a fan of Goldman Sachs, but they do have 4%. So you can, in theory,
I refuse to give those inferior cocksucker bailout bitches money. Fuck those people.
Okay, fair point. Fair point.
Absolutely not. What about
Fair point.
Kaza? I heard Kaza pays a pretty good interest.
There's a few others that pay well. That's my only argument, man. But ultimately, it's about whatever you want to do.
Rather drive there and piss in their faces. I'm not giving Goldman Sachs my money. Absolutely not.
Okay, that's fair. And the very last one that was my prediction, I said I think this tax season is going to go a lot smoother than me compared to the last couple of tax seasons, and it did.
That came true.
It
Yes.
did.
Yeah.
This is a good time for me to thank you for pushing me to make certain changes, to not be so nice, and to frankly just tell people to fuck off when they needed to be told to fuck off. So I appreciate
Yes.
you for that. Thank you.
Yes. Well, and you're still a work in progress. You haven't become a full dark Jedi Knight yet. You still like Anakin Skywalker in the second or early third one, where you're like, I still like to be nice. Padme or whatever her name was. I really like you. You know, like, well, you got rid of the girl, and now you're almost there. You're almost pissed off enough. So.
I'm working on it. So let's kill out these super chats so you can get to
Let's
bed.
do that. Yeah, and then I can go to bed. Rob Blauser, $10. He has nothing to say.
Actually, he did.
Chad, quick question since you're not too busy.
Rob Blauser is a friend. I've met him in person, as have you.
As have I. I believe I have some of his artwork as well. Yes.
Good dude. Rob, I don't know if I'll be down or when I'll be down there again, but I would like to hang out soon, when that happens.
Wholesome DJ Aftershock, $2. Oak Brook hasn't gone left off a cliff either.
Yes, it has. You know what, DJ? I can't send this to you because we got to go in a minute. Go on Twitter and look for that woman at the gas station who rammed her car into the other lady just because she flipped her off. And this was all on camera. And
what does it have to do with Republican or Democrat, though?
Because it was in Oak Brook. And
that doesn't mean I could see a Republican Karen ramming some gal. I don't see politics affecting that.
These were clearly Dems, Clary. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Anyway, you're not wrong. Oak Brook is not. It hasn't caught the disease like these other places, but dude, the disease. The cancer has spread to Oak Brook and places west, even Naperville as well.
Ray John, 2.2 Canadian. I was forced to get the beer float, not against.
Sucks for you.
Yeah, sorry, Ray John. Well, there are some instances where it's called for. Like where you have to, if you're going to join the military, or if you're working in a hospital. I get it. I prefer not to, but I get it.
Okay.
I'm saying I don't think any less of him is.
No, I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying it was. I was never a thing for me, and I don't think it was for you either.
No.
Great one's very insistent about this.
I just told people, oh yeah, I got it, and then they left me alone. I mean, I didn't get it, but they left me alone. But I'll tell you, if anyone comes near me with a syringe, they're dead. I mean, it's just they're dead. I got a few lines, just not a lot. That's one of them, in case anyone was thinking. Just like, oh well, we're gonna make you. Well, you're going to regret it. So.
That is everything, my man.
That's everything?
Any
Good.
final words?
No, no, not really. Glad that are you up on a year now? Did we do this last year? Your
May
podcast?
the first show I did was in mid-May, so we'll.
So
Oh
you're
no, no, I'm
coming up
sorry.
on a year.
May. It was like May 17th or 18th. So we'll do a 1 year anniversary at some
One
point. We'll
year
get at.
anniversary.
No, we'll be hanging out for
We'll
it.
be with Atham, right?
Maybe we'll. Well, we'll have better things to do, but maybe we'll spare an hour and do a show
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
We got
Yeah,
to find out if we got to attend his actual graduation ceremony.
I'd be curious about that
Yeah,
too.
and I'm not joking, and if it's alphabetical, because then okay, we can tolerate that. Then we immediately leave. But
Bacon, it's good to see. Bacon,
hey,
real quick.
Bacon,
Bacon, who is the guy who wears a Darth Vader like thing and every time you're on there he's like you guys call him Techno or something? What is that guy's deal? You have this I love it. You know, when I was working Friday night, I was watching it the whole time. You just have the most motley crew of people on
Bacon
there.
show, man.
Yeah.
It's something to behold. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
I at like 3 a.m. I left a comment like, "Hey, Bacon," and you're like, "Whoa, Chad's still here." And that Darth Vader guy was like, "That's one busy motherfucker right now because it says CPA in my name." So I just thought that was funny. So shout out to Techno Man or whatever his name is. So Clary, we are done. I'll let you
Cool.
get out of here. And any thoughts?
We should probably hang out
Soon.
soon.